In this video, we're going to cover how to choose your service. So the best place to research ideas is to go to a freelancer marketplace, and the best marketplace by far is Fiverr.com. Then second place is Upwork.com, and third place is Freelancer.com. These are widely considered to be the top 3 freelancer marketplaces, but Fiverr is the clear winner for me, so let's go with that. Now, if you don't know what Fiverr is, it's a platform that connects freelancers who provide services with buyers who are looking for that service. But here's the opportunity for drop servicing. There are millions of people who don't know about these marketplaces, or they've heard about them, but they've never tried them. Maybe they don't understand how the marketplace works, or they don't know if the freelancers are worth paying for, or they just don't have enough curiosity or commitment to try it out. Also, from the freelancer's perspective, they're not really out there marketing themselves to get clients. They're not posting on social media or directly contacting leads. They simply list their services on Fiverr and other marketplaces and then just wait for clients to organically book their services. So you as a drop servicer make money by being much more proactive and personal with clients. You're going to market yourself. You're going to directly contact leads. You're going to persuade them why they need your service and how good you are. A lot of the clients you sign won't even be looking for your services until you speak with them and they realize the value you can deliver them. And the best part is you can charge a lot more money for your services than the freelancers on Fiverr do, because they're all competing against each other, and so they need to keep their prices as low as possible in order to get chosen, as their profile is shown next to hundreds of other people from all over the world. Whereas you won't have this problem. Clients will be looking at your social media profile or your website, and so you'll be their only focus. You'll also look like a proper agency or business rather than a random freelancer, so naturally clients will expect you to charge more. That is the beauty of drop servicing. Your marketing can attract clients who are willing to pay for a premium service, and you fulfill that service using low-cost freelancers who have a proven track record of delivering that service to a high quality. Alright, so this is Fiverr.com. If you already have a service that you know you want to sell, then you can just type it into the search bar and go straight to the list of available freelancers. Or if you want to browse all of the different options you have, you can simply click on any of these broad categories, for example, digital marketing, and that will reveal this row of all the different categories, and you can hover your mouse over each of them to see all of the different subcategories too. So for example, under digital marketing, there's search engines, social media, or you can choose a specific digital marketing method like video marketing, e-commerce marketing, email marketing, etc. Then finally, you've got analytics and strategy services, channel-specific services like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and then some very niche services related to marketing music, podcasts, books, etc. And don't ignore these very niche services if you're interested in them. You can choose any service and be successful. Like for example, there are literally millions of podcasts now, and most of them get a very low number of views, and they would love to get more. So you could start an agency that specializes in doing marketing for podcasts, like creating content for their social media channels. And if you Google full list of podcasts, there are websites that list all of the names, and then you can work your way down the list and contact them directly one by one. You can even just focus on one particular niche of podcast, like business or comedy, to make yourself super relevant and super effective at what you do. A lot of success just comes down to grinding, putting in the work, doing repetitive tasks, and then you start making money. Like many of you will have seen the film Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. It's a film about him becoming a successful stockbroker, and he did that by getting a list of leads, calling them on the phone all day, and then converting some of them into clients. Wolf of Wall Street is another example. These business models are not difficult. They just require your time, effort, patience, and persistence. So spend some time looking through all of these different categories and subcategories, because then you can make an informed decision of what services are available and which one you want to choose. And again, there's no right service you have to choose. All of these services make money. But to help you with this decision, I've got 5 quick and simple principles that you can follow. And then I also want to share the 5 best services that I think anyone can start making money with. So first, here are the 5 principles for how to choose the right service for you. Number 1 is to choose a service you understand well. You know how it works, what the clients need, and what specific work the freelancers have to do for your clients. This is so important because when you're having conversations with leads, clients, and your freelancers, you need to know what you're talking about and what they're talking about, right? Because otherwise it will just be a mess. So whatever service you choose, even if you already understand it well, still spend at least 1 or 2 days learning everything you can about it so you're fully prepared. Then number 2 is to choose a service you're actually interested in. You might really understand a service, but if you're not interested in it, or if you don't have any passion for it, don't choose it. Because building any business from zero is hard and it requires work. So the more you enjoy what you're doing, the easier and happier your life will be because you're actually interested in it, right? You'll put in more time, more effort, and your enthusiasm can actually be felt when you're talking to leads, clients, and freelancers. Don't fall for the scams from online gurus who say you can make millions overnight doing anything. The truth is you can't. It takes time to build a real business, so you want to enjoy that journey as much as possible. All right, so those are the 2 personal principles. Now, the next ones are practical principles. So number 3 is to choose a service with high demand. You want there to be hundreds or ideally thousands of potential clients to sell your services to. You also want these potential clients to be accessible so that you can easily find them and contact them on social media, or you can target them with ads, or you can contact them on their website or via email. We'll cover this later in the marketing section of the course, but this is just something to keep in mind. Whatever service you choose, decide who exactly you're going to market and sell it to. Like, is it online businesses, physical businesses, product businesses, service businesses, local businesses, influencers, YouTubers, podcast authors, artists, trainers, and you should also focus on a specific client if possible. Like, instead of targeting all physical businesses, choose just restaurants or gyms or dentists or beauty salons or pet stores. It can be whatever you want, but make sure you can decide who your target audience is, confirm that they're accessible to you, and that there's a lot of them. Even though you only need a few clients to make 6 figures a year, the more focused you are and the more demand there is, the easier it will be for you to get clients. And after we cover these principles, the 5 ideas I'm going to give you all have very high demand. Then number 4 is to choose a service with strong supply. So in other words, make sure that there's multiple freelancers on Fiverr or any other marketplace you choose who can deliver that service. Ideally, there should be at least 5 freelancers who have great reviews and loads of experience. Even though you won't need 5 freelancers immediately, when you scale your business, you want them to be readily available to you so that you can continue growing and making more money. Also, freelancers are not employees that only work for you, right? They're normally working on multiple projects from different people. So they won't always be available to you, or someone might be available, but they might not be able to deliver your service in the time frame you need them to for your client. So then you'd need to choose another freelancer. So 5 freelancers is a good minimum target to aim for. Then number 5 is something we covered in the previous video, but it should be highlighted as one of these 5 principles, and that is to choose a service you can charge a client every month for. If you can get clients to stay with you for multiple months or years, it's so much better because then you've got stable, guaranteed revenue coming in every month and you don't have to constantly focus on getting new clients. You can just focus on managing the clients you already have. So for example, don't choose logo design as your service because once you design a client's logo, they're not going to need a new one every month, right? The same goes for website design. Once you build their website, you're basically done. So just remember, you want recurring revenue every month. Now, how much you charge your clients is less important. $1,000 per month is great, but it's flexible depending on how much money you want to make. If you're new to this, which I'm assuming you are, I'd actually recommend charging less money to start with, like $500, so it's easier for you to get your first client. And then as your experience and confidence grows, you can increase your prices over time. A lot of people get greedy and try to start charging like $5,000 a month per client. But if they have no experience with marketing, selling, or delivering that service, it's going to be very hard for them to get their first client. So start small, get comfortable, and then grow. A great practice is to increase your price every time you get a new client. So then your income grows as your credibility and experience grows. Alright, so the only thing you need to be sure of when starting is that the price you charge your clients is higher than the cost of paying a freelancer to do the work. So you start making a profit immediately, and then you can maximize that profit over time. But generally speaking, you want to aim for a profit margin of at least 60%. So if you're charging a client $1,000 a month, your freelancer should cost no more than $400, so your profit is $600. But with drop servicing, it's very possible to get your profit margins to the 70 to 80% range too. 60% is just the recommended minimum. Alright, so those are the 5 guiding principles for choosing your service. Now let me give you 5 ideas for what I believe are the best services to go for. Now, they're all related to marketing for 3 reasons. Number 1, there are millions of individuals, businesses, and organizations who all want to grow bigger and faster. So there's a massive continuous demand for marketing services. And on the supply side, there's also thousands of freelancers who can deliver those services. Then number 2, marketing gives clients tangible value. In other words, it's a service that clients are happy to pay money for because you're helping them grow their followers, leads, and sales. So it's easier to persuade them on why they need your service. It's more essential than other services. And then finally, number 3, it's the best category of service for getting recurring revenue every month. And again, that is absolutely essential if you want to make the most amount of money with the least amount of time and effort. And once you get comfortable delivering that service for one client, it's very easy to repeat that with more clients, especially if you target the same type of client, like just podcasters, for example. Alright, so here are the 5 specific services I personally would choose from. Number 1 is social media management. So the client doesn't have to manage their own social media accounts. Your freelancer will create content, post it, engage with their audience, arrange collaborations, run competitions, and implement other growth strategies like that. This saves the client loads of time and effort and increases their results and growth over time. That's a no-brainer sales pitch. Then number 2 is advertising, and specifically running ads on Facebook, Instagram, and or TikTok. Your freelancer will create ads, set up and launch campaigns, assess the results, scale the winners, and then keep testing new ads. Once again, this saves the client loads of time and effort, it can increase their results significantly, and they don't have to learn how to do advertising themselves. That's a huge win. Then number 3 is user-generated content. So if you spend any time on social media, I'm sure you've seen videos of people talking about a product or service they've purchased and recommending it to their audience. These videos can be used in organic posts, advertising campaigns, or even showcased on websites like product pages, for example. Either way, UGC is great for generating sales because the content looks more authentic and trustworthy as it's somebody else talking about the product or service, not the actual business. But here's the problem for clients. They don't have people who can talk about their product or service or create content for them. So what you can do is offer that service. In other words, you'll provide them with videos of people using and recommending their product or service. And these people will be your freelancers who specialize in creating UGC content. I'd say this is actually an easier service to sell than social media management or advertising, because a lot of people are fine with running their own social media accounts or running their own ads. But what they can't do is get amazing content of people recommending their products and services. But your drop servicing agency can do that for them. Then number 4 is video editing. So it's well known now that social media is primarily focused on video, and this was due to the massive rise of TikTok. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube all started pushing short form videos after that, and this is the type of content millions of people are now posting, videos. But most of those people aren't great at video editing. Like they don't know how to add attention grabbing effects or cool transitions or interesting captions. So what you can do is look for clients who are already posting videos and you can offer to make all of their videos better. This will save them time and effort because they can just send you their video recordings and do zero editing themselves, and it will improve their results. So it's a win-win for them. Then finally, number 5 is email marketing. So all of the previous services are on social media because that's where most of the online action is. But email marketing is incredibly important and it has a variety of advantages over social media. Like for example, social media accounts can get banned or hacked or deleted, or even if none of that happens, the number of views and engagement is constantly dropping across all platforms as they become increasingly overcrowded. But email marketing is different. You own your mailing list. It can't be taken away from you. When you send an email, it gets delivered. You can also set up automated email sequences that do most of the work for you. And if a client is selling something, it's a way for them to increase their sales by 20 to 40% on autopilot. But the thing is, most people don't do email marketing well. They don't know how to grow their subscriber list. They don't know what to say in their emails. They're not good at copywriting or structuring their emails. They haven't set up automated email sequences, none of that. So they're missing out on massive potential gains, and that is what your service can deliver for them. All right, so these would be the 5 services I would choose from. Only pick one. It's much easier to get clients if you show that you're an expert at one specific service, and you can always expand your services over time if you want to. But start with one, either from this list or any other service you want on Fiverr. But these are my recommendations. If I had to pick my favorite, it would be the UGC agency. Now, once you've chosen your service, the next thing is to make sure there's at least 5 high quality freelancers who can deliver that service for you. So for example, let's say we've chosen UGC as our service. We can simply search for UGC, and as you can see, there's thousands of results. And if you choose any marketing related service, you should get that as well. Now, if you look at the filters at the top, you can filter the results by category, which we don't need to do here. We can also filter by service option, like what gender we want the creator to be, or what social media platform it's for, or what niche we want to focus on, what their native language is, their age, and things like that. Then the next filter is seller details, or details about your freelancer. So what level of experience do you want them to have? New sellers, level 1, level 2, or a top rated seller? It goes in that order. Personally, I would choose all of them except for new sellers, because you want freelancers with previous experience and multiple positive reviews. Then if you need a freelancer urgently, you can filter by those who are online right now. You can choose the languages they speak and what country they live in. And all of this is great, by the way, because when you're speaking with potential clients, you can say that not only can you deliver them UGC content, but you can get content from a variety of people, men, women, people across different backgrounds, or if they have very specific requirements, like they only target a very specific type of person, you can also deliver that for them as well. Then the next filter is your budget. So once you decide how much you want to charge clients, you can also decide how much profit you want to make per sale. So if you want to maximize your profit, choose the value and mid-range prices. Or if you want to maximize quality, you can also include the high end as well. But higher prices doesn't guarantee better quality. The best thing to determine a freelancer's quality is their actual rating and how many reviews that's based on. So personally, I just leave this on the default setting so I can look through all of the profiles and choose whoever looks the best. And then the final filter is the delivery time. So once again, if you need something urgently, you can filter to within 24 hours. Otherwise, just leave this filter off. So that's the filters, but let's focus on the main task, which is making sure we have access to at least 5 high quality freelancers. So here's a checklist of things to look at. Number 1, they have a rating of at least 4.5 stars out of 5. Number 2, they're at least a level 1 freelancer and not completely new. Number 3, they have at least 10 reviews, but ideally more. Number 4, their price allows you to make a profit based on what you'll be charging your clients. And you can see all of this information on the search results page. So once someone meets all of those criteria, you can click through to their profile. And then number 5 is that they have a portfolio of work to show you, so you can see for yourself that they can deliver the service that they're offering you. So if they meet these 5 criteria, that's great. Then the last 2 actions for quality assurance are to read through their profile description and make sure it's all aligned with your expectations, including their full portfolio of work and detailed price packages at the bottom. And also check that their response time is within minutes or hours rather than days, because you want your freelancers to be accessible and responsive to you when you need them, right? So once that all looks good, then you're ready to go. You have this freelancer available as part of your flexible team. So if you scroll back to the top of their profile, you'll see this little icon here. So this allows you to save the freelancer's profile to your list. So in the future, whenever you need to hire a freelancer for client work, you have your list ready to go. All right, and then all you do is repeat this process until you have at least 5 freelancers on your list. And that's it. So we've now covered how to choose your service, including the 5 guiding principles, my 5 best service recommendations, searching for freelancers, and then finally, how to assess freelancer profiles and add them to your list. So if you think about it, you've chosen your service, your team of freelancers is now ready, and they have the skills, knowledge, experience, and great reviews needed to deliver your service. So the next step is to build your website so you can start attracting clients and making money. So let's cover how to build your website.